Hey guys, Sean here. So in preparation for the new Bourne movie coming out in a matter of weeks, and by the way, happy 4th of July, I thought I would go through and review all past Bourne movies, even the shitty fourth one. Well, there's your review in a nutshell. It's shit. But no, I'll seriously do a review of it at some point. Keyword being some point. But no, seriously. So let's start with the first movie, simply titled Bourne Identity. So Bourne Identity is a 2002 American action spy thriller adaptation of Robert Ludlum's novel of the same name. It stars Matt Damon as Jason Bourne, a man suffering from extreme memory loss and attempting to discover his true identity amidst a clandestine amidst a conspiracy within the CIA. The film also features Franca Potine. I apologize, I butcher names all the time. Chris Cooper, Clive Owen, Julie Stiles, Brian Cox, and someone's name I'm not going to try and pronounce. So this is the first in the Bourne series, followed by Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy, I hate that movie, and Jason Bourne, which is the new one coming out this year. So this movie was directed by Doug Liman and adapted for the screen by Tony Gilroy and William Blake Huron. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Although Robert Ludlum died in 2001, sad he passed away, he is credited as film producer alongside Frank Marshall. Nice. They gave the author a producer credit. I like that. It says Warner Brothers Universal released the movie on June 14, 2002, and received positive critical and public reaction. Nice. So basically, in a nutshell, this movie has a runtime of 1 hour and 58 minutes. The budget was $60 million and made back $214 million. Nice. So basically, the plot in a nutshell is: guy wakes up in water with amnesia, doesn't remember a damn thing of his life, and so, but yet he suddenly has these like badass fighting moves, or whatever you want to call them, and he's going around trying to figure out who he really is, what his past is, basically, and he gets tangled up in this conspiracy, and he's being hunted by all these people who, I guess, want to kill him to, I'm assuming, cover up their names and stuff. This is actually loosely based on the book. I mean, all these movies are loosely based on their books. Because what they do is they take the book title and some of the characters, but yet they create their own storylines based on the book. So that's probably why this next movie's not being called Bourne Betrayals, or whatever the fifth book was. Who knows? But yeah, I really like this movie. I think it's a great movie. I like Matt Damon. I like the girl whose name I can't pronounce. Franca Pito, I think. Whatever. But the girl who plays the love interest in the movie. Julie Stiles is in this movie for a small part. And she does play a bigger role kind of in the sequels. And she's even coming back for this new one. And so is Damon, thank God, I'm sorry. But you know what, I'll talk about Legacy later. But yeah, I thought this movie had a great story, some great action, some great performances all around. I just had a lot of fun with this movie. If I had any flaws with this movie, it does feel a little slow, primarily at the beginning, but it's because I think it's because they're trying to set stuff up, which I understand. But just some little nitpick I had is that it's a little slow in the beginning because they're trying to set stuff up. But all in all, great movie. A lot of fun. I'll watch the other 3 movies to prep for this review. So yeah, look forward to the other 2 reviews and the other one. So yeah, catch you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, Sean here, continuing my reviews of the Bourne films. Now we're looking at Bourne Supremacy. It is a 2004 American-German action spy thriller starring Robert Ludlum's Jason Bourne character. Though it takes the name of the second Bourne novel, its plot is entirely different. The film this time was directed by Paul Greengrass from a screenplay by Tony Gilroy. Universal Pictures released the film to theaters in July 23, 2004. It is the second film in the Bourne series, followed by Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne. The story of Supremacy continues the story of Jason Bourne, a former CIA agent suffering amnesia. Matt Damon reprises his role as Jason Bourne. The film focuses on his attempt to learn more about his past, as he is once more enveloped in a conspiracy involving CIA and Operation Treadstone. Brian Cox, Joan Allen, and Julie Stiles all star in this movie as well. So basically, this plot picks up 2 years after Bourne and Bourne Identity, where Jason Bourne and his girlfriend from the last movie, Marie, are now in India. They're hiding out in India, and Bourne is still kind of experiencing some flashbacks of his old life. And he's also on the run from the government. And this assassin, played by Carl Urban, who's very good, I like Urban as an actor. I haven't seen him in anything bad yet. But yeah, Carl Urban plays as a Russian assassin who's assigned to kill Bourne, but accidentally kills Marie because he assumes that Bourne is in the driver's seat, which he's obviously not. So Marie gets killed, and Bourne is basically framed. He's also framed for an incident in Berlin, and lots of government conspiracy comes about. And then you got this character played by Joan Allen, Pamela Blandy, who's basically hot on Bourne's trail. And like I said, lots of government conspiracy happens. And so yeah. What did I think of the movie? I think it's a really good movie. I think it's a little bit better than the first movie. Because the government jargon is not as boring as this time around. The plot, for the most part, makes a little sense. I like Matt Damon in this role. Franca Patine, I think her name is, has a minor role in this movie because, like I said, she's killed off. Her figure's killed off. So I actually, like I said, I like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. The cast in here, they got, again, Matt Damon, Franca Patine, I think, Brian Cox, Julie Stiles, Carl Urban, Joan Allen, Michelle Monaghan has kind of a cameo in this, has a small appearance in this movie, and then even Chris Cooper comes back for kind of a minor role. So yeah, I really like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun to watch, and it does continue Bourne's story overall of him trying to search for answers about his past, where he came from, how he ended up in the water in the first movie. So yeah, I just really like this movie. I think it's a great film. And this is actually my second time seeing this movie, to be honest. Same with the first movie, second time that I remember. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this movie. I can't wait to watch Ultimatum, and then I'll probably have to watch the shitty one. Wink, wink. And then I'm really looking forward to Jason Bourne coming out this month. Pretty God, it retcons the legacy out of the series. God hoping. But yeah, that's my review of Bourne Supremacy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Look forward to the Bourne Ultimatum video. See you guys. Hey guys, Sean here. Concluding my reviews for the original Bourne trilogy with the third film, Bourne Ultimatum. So, Bourne Ultimatum is a 2007 American action spy thriller, once again directed by Paul Greengrass, loosely based on the Robert Ludlum novel of the same name. The screenplay was written by Tony Gilroy, Scott Burns, and George Nofly. I probably butchered that name. Ultimatum is the third in the franchise, preceded by Identity and Supremacy, and then whatever. Damon reprises his role as signature character, former CIA assassin and amnesiac Jason Bourne. In the film, he continues his search for information about his past before he was part of Operation Treadstone and becomes target of a similar assassin program. So pretty much the cast from the last movie returns. You got Matt Damon, Julia Stiles, Joan Allen. They all return, and we got some new peoples. We got some new people: Scott Glenn, David Strahan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so I butcher that name. Sorry. Albert Finney, just a bunch of people are in this movie. So basically, the plot in a nutshell picks up about 6 weeks. I think. 6 weeks essentially after Supremacy, where Bourne is now, he's basically on his last leg of information about his past, and he essentially drags Nikki Parsons into this with him. So they are off basically on the run together from the deputy director of CIA named Noah Volson, and the CIA director played by Scott Glenn. I don't remember what his character's name was. Hang on and look. Ezra Kramer, I think is his name. And so they're basically on the run, trying to stay alive, etc. Obviously. And then we find out at the end of the movie that Bourne finally gets most of his memories back, because if it was all his memory, there wouldn't be a next movie. Obviously. Which, this was originally supposed to be the ending of the trilogy, but then they had to make the shitty movie, and now they're going to make the fifth one to hopefully redeem themselves from the shitty movie. God hope. But anyway, what did I think of this movie? I actually really like this. I actually like this movie. I think it's like the last two movies. It's a fun movie. Some great action, great acting, especially from Damon. He's great in this role. I like Julia Stiles in these movies, though she's not really like an important character, and it's also kind of implied that her and Damon have had a past relationship prior to Damon being part of this program, which I'll admit was kind of out of nowhere because they barely share any scenes together in the first two movies. So the idea of them having a relationship in the past kind of comes out of nowhere and just feels tacked on. But I kind of understand where they're going. I can kind of see where they're going with this. But it just felt a little out of nowhere and kind of tacked on. But it doesn't really do anything to the characters. I haven't had that one. The budget for this movie was $110 million, and it made back $442 million. The runtime is 1 hour and 55 minutes. The music by John Powell is really good. It's really good music. I think it's really good music. And I didn't talk about this on Supremacy, but the budget was $75 million, and it made back $288.5 for Supremacy. And, you know, just like the other movies, the music in all three movies is good. You know, great music, great action scenes. If I had to pick, this is probably my favorite in the series, mainly for the storyline, because this is the one where all the pieces come together in a way. You know, we get the full story of Bourne's past, most of it actually, because if you take all three movies into account, it makes the puzzle really, really connected, really. And so after this movie, I understood. Watching all three movies, you understand why Damon and Greengrass originally did not want to come back for a fourth movie. Well, technically a fifth movie, but it's fourth for them. Well, fourth for Damon. You know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. But yeah, I understand why they didn't want to come back for another movie, because they figured they had done everything they could with Bourne's character. But I am really looking forward to the next one, hoping it's better than the last. God, oh jeez. But yeah, this is a great trilogy of films. I enjoy watching them all. They're great fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you guys later.